I'd like to welcome everybody and call to order the August 7, 2023 Commission meeting of the Limestone County Commission. Helen, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Samet?
Here.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Here.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Here.
Commissioner Townsend?
Here.
Sheriff, you want to lead us in our pledge, please, sir?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right. First thing on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes from July the 17th. Do I have such a motion?
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes. We done got through that, ain't we? Approved claims, the amount of $2,602,907.70. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
A motion by Commissioner Gatlin to have a second on the claims. Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Do we have any conflicts of interest or anything coming from the commission today? Everybody's silent, so I'll take that as a no. Resolutions and orders, I'll ask for a motion to approve a resolution to display a national motto, "In God We Trust," in the Limestone County Commission chambers, and it'll be in conjunction with the Limestone County seal. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a resolution to move the August 21st, 23 work session and meeting to August 18th of 2023, and it'll be still being held at 9 a.m. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion with this? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Contracts, agreements, and grants, I'll ask for a motion to approve a service agreement between TriHas Solutions and the Limestone County Jail for medical waste disposal. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Second by, first by Commissioner Samet, second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the Limestone County Community Corrections to apply for a grant for the administration of courts, of office courts, with the administration of office of courts to implement a veterans treatment court. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
A motion by Commissioner Barksdale to have a second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to enter into a 24-month lease agreement with John Deere Financial for a government lease of a 60G compact excavator utilizing Sourcewell cooperative bid. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet, second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
All right. And the fourth on here will be to approve a long-term density subsidy contract with between Limestone County and the Alabama Department of Youth Services. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
A motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 5, I'll ask for a motion to approve a MOU with Athens State University to allow employees and parents, spouses, and children to receive a 10% tuition discount on all classes and waive of the application fee. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 6, I'll ask for a motion to approve to enter into a service contract with Schindler Elevator for 3 years, maintenance on all elevators. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Well, I got emotions all over the place. Let's go with Commissioner Townsend, and we'll go psych it with Commissioner Sammet. How's that? All right, any discussion? Everybody's wanting those elevators to work, aren't they?
Heck, yeah.
All right. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 7 will be to approve to apply for a $5,000 grant through Walmart Community Grant Program for the Limestone County Sheriffs to purchase a K-9. There is no county match. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. I'll ask for a motion to approve the 3 budget revisions that as discussed in the work session. Do I have such a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale. To have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We have no emergency purchases, no board appointments, award of bids. We have none. In personnel action, as we discussed in the work session, we will take up 1 through 13 in one motion. The 13 being the one that was left off the printing was Danny Craig. And then we'll take up the 14 as that. So anyways, so I'll ask for a motion, instead of reading through all this, we went through all this in the work session, to approve all personnel action for the Sheriff's Office 1 through 13. And do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
A motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion with any one of them? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And the last one on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a transitional emergency management officer job description and a posting to the staffing plan for the EMA. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Merit increases. I'll ask for a motion to approve the people listed on the merit increase. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under engineers report, I'll ask for a motion to approve the subdivisions as listed below. Do I have such a motion? All right, I was gonna go to the discussion section of it. You want to take one of them out, or what do you want?
Oh,
to do?
no, I was just gonna, normally I read it off, but that's fine. If y'all want me to read it off. I'll
Engineers
do it.
report. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just
Get ahead of let my zeal's run ahead of my
I was
knowledge.
just
as Jerry
expecting
Clower
you to
said.
let me read off the subdivision, so I was jumping out there to do that.
Go ahead, Mark. Turn it
Thomas
over, Mark.
Highway 251 subdivision. This is a minor for preliminary and final, creating 3 lots in District 1. Autumn Woods Phase 1. This is a major for preliminary, creating 42 new lots in District 2. Southern Gales Estates. This is a major for final, creating 38 lots in District 1. Briar Patch Subdivision Addition 2. This is a major for final, creating 11 lots in District 2. Craft Springs. This is a major for final, creating 130 lots in District 2. Browns Ferry Village Subdivision Phase 1. This is a major for final approval, creating 70 lots in District 2. And Legacy Grove Addition 12. This is a major for final, creating 59 lots in District 2.
I was getting my head of knowledge. So I was going to have a
you
discussion
just
on
threw
that.
me off. I apologize. I didn't have to speak, but
Well, we appreciate you, Mark. All right, I'll ask for a motion for the subdivisions. Do I have such a motion?
Is everything?
Well, I was going to go through the discussion
Okay,
part of it. That's what
yeah.
I'm going
I'll
to do.
make
gotta
a
have a
motion.
motion and
You
a
gotta-
second. Then y'all
gotta
have a
motion.
discussion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Now, everybody's wanting to get these elevators working, but nobody's wanting to get these subdivisions going.
I understand.
All right, they got to make a motion. You make a motion? A motion by Commissioner Sammet to have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Now, the discussion part of it, did we get this worked out on that one?
As far as we have, everything has been submitted and is in order according to our subdivision regulations.
According to our regulations, okay. So it will stay on the agenda then?
Everything is there.
Okay. All right, so that's the discussion. Anybody else got any more discussion? All right, no more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Anything else, Mark?
That's it. Thank you.
Anybody else got anything for Mark? Well, we got him on the horn. Sorry about that, Mark.
No, you're good.
All right. Okay. I was getting too ahead of myself today. Got a lot on my mind today. Other business, I'll ask for a motion to approve the sale on Gov Deals. 3 items as listed, we talked about from EMA. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And next on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve to remove the 3 items as listed below as discussed in the work session from inventory. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Sammy. Do I have a second? Commissioner by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve to transfer 1 item from EMA to maintenance. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion with this item? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 4, I'll ask for a motion to approve the cemetery trustees for Ripley Cemetery, which is 12144 Friend Road, Athens, to expand said cemetery at the recommendations of the Limestone County Health Department. The county shall not be responsible for any expenses and maintenance of the cost of this. To have such a motion.
I make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale. To have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 5 will be to approve to allocate the amount of $56,000 to CEOTA, a nonprofit, to be used in the relocation of the Horton Family House to Old Town Decatur, Alabama. The commission has found this application will serve as a good to the public purpose. To have such a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. To have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Nay.
All right. It passes 3-1. All right. And we have no executive session. Scheduled public hearing. We have none. Report of officers. Commissioner Sammet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think, big issue I think I've got right now is the bridge out, which, I think all the plans are in now. Is that right, Mark? So,
We have a draft set of plans.
Okay.
prepared, so yes.
so we'll be ready hopefully to bid that thing out.
We're
Pretty
hoping-
soon.
We're hoping we, ensure we got the funding, yes.
Okay, all right.
That's the big.
Once the funding's in, and but anyway, as soon as we can possibly get that thing bid out, we're going to. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Sammet. Commissioner Barksdale.
Yes, I want to elaborate a little bit on Mark's comments about our new subdivision regulations. Probably 2 or 3 months after I got here, there was a developer discharging water on a lady's property. And we couldn't do anything about it, but Christy from the Athens News Courier helped me solve that problem. Didn't you, Christy? Thank you. But anyway, since that time, for 2 years, I've been a pain in this fella's behind trying to get subdivision regulations passed. Is that correct, Mark? Would you agree with that?
That's a correct assessment.
This is something that's, at the time, I had 2 goals in mind: to protect our residents and to protect the county from down the road costs that resulted from the development and the people. Like, for instance, I go through a subdivision in District 2 that's in the city of Huntsville. They got a nice turn lane there. I go through in District 2, I go through a subdivision that's in the Athens city limits. They've got a nice turn lane. I go through one on Capshaw Road in unincorporated Limestone County, and all I got's a 2-lane road. So these regulations give Mark the tools to deal with what he has to in the engineering county to protect our residents. What are some of the other changes, Mark? It allows you to demand a traffic count, to know what traffic count.
Be a traffic study so we can figure out what the impact is to our roadways. This is similar to all the municipalities around us. Stormwater would be a more detailed stormwater
Detailed
calculation.
stormwater. Drainage has been an issue ever since I've been here.
And
This lets you deal with that in a better manner.
Yeah, it not only accounts for pre and post development, which is what we currently have, but also accounts for during construction stormwater runoff, which is one of the biggest issues that we do have.
So is there anything negative in there for the average Limestone County citizen?
As far as the subdivision regulations go, I think we've tried to cover everything.
It's for their protection.
Our minor subdivision, we do have some issues where we've got some people dividing small lots adjacent to the roadway, and we're trying to come up with a solution for that as well.
So, you know, I see nothing negative about the regulations to our residents. It's a protection for them, I think. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Gallick.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know the last week or so have been pretty tough on as far as the storms that blow through in the afternoon. We had one that come through the southern part of the county yesterday about 3 o'clock, and we worked about 1 o'clock this morning cleaning them up, and it was a pretty long night, and I say we, I was included with that, but had a lot of help. A lot of volunteer fire departments helped us the wee hours of the morning. Started to thank them. And a lot of communities helped. It was several areas in my district. Be 20 people with 4-wheelers and ATVs and chainsaws. And we was greatly thankful for that. If not, we'd been out there probably to 3 this morning. So next 3 days we'll be getting them off the roadway probably. That we pushed off last night. So watch out for our guys doing that next couple of days. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Gallick. Commissioner Townsend.
All I've got is I think Mark has already talked about it, but the paving crew is finishing up in my district. Should get the shoulders down, hopefully the next couple of days, and get off Schoolhouse Road. The guys have done a good job over there. The roads look good. Got a lot of compliments on what they've done. We've started bush hogging the sides of the roads again, so if everybody could just watch out for my bush hog tractors. We're going to try to clip them again here in the next few weeks and see if we can get all that cleaned up. But that's all I got.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Like I said, first of all, I want to thank the sheriff and the rodeo and all for letting us move the tractor club out to the rodeo arena. I think they had a great time. I know it was a great success, and I've been a part of that for years, and I want to thank him for that. On a personal note, and from the club manner too. Anyhow, went up the Ardmore Rodeo. They had a little rain out, but they still had a good show. I stayed, watched it after it drove with. It was good, so I was glad to support them too. I got a couple things here. I know most time y'all as commissioners, y'all don't see things like this. It comes to office, but got a thank you card here from the Decatur Daily Lady, and today is International Cat Day. She loves cats, and so does our news crew lady does too. So but anyway, she she thanked all of us. She was here budget here another day, and her car was dead, and we got somebody to get her jumped off, helped her get to the battery shop to get her a battery, and she sent us all a thank you card, and she said, P.S., we might want to all invest in a set of jumper cables for our vehicle. So that was, so I want y'all to know that she gave y'all that note. So we had to hunt us up. But anyways, and
Can I give that to Ben?
yeah, but she's going to get Ben. She got Ben's address in it one personally.
Oh, okay.
So Ben's going to get one personally. And not only that, some of the other things that we do as a county, little things that we don't think makes a difference to some people, but it makes a big difference. We let the Mental Health Association use they use the building down at the 4-H Extension office because when COVID came around, they didn't have nowhere to meet and all. And they all colored things and sent us to us. And, just little things like this, they were all thanking us for letting them use the building, and it was, things like that makes it all worthwhile, So, I mean, I just want y'all to be aware that if y'all want to look through these and let the public know, want to thank them for, that's what, when you can help somebody that's in need, that's a good thing. So, as commissioners, all four of y'all got some thanks for, and I wanted to bring y'all publicly aware and I know the sheriff works well with a lot of times we're going around to school and talking out to the kids and all and helping with special needs people, and it's it's like the rodeo. We always talked about the rodeo and stuff. To me, the things like, special needs and all that is more important to me than the other parts of it. So, but with all that said, we will adjourn until Friday, August the 18th, right here at 9 a.m. So I look forward to seeing everybody then.